Tell me more about the studio. What is the philosophy? What is the culture? What type of people are you guys trying to hire?
The culture at Maxis being very collaborative, inclusive. The animation too, as I mentioned, is over 50% women, and multiple different cultures on the team, and we're not stopping there. We're continually looking to increase the diverse perspectives on our products because that's who we make The Sims for. That is something that's really special. Working on the team is how important diversity and inclusion is.
Yeah, and it so directly ties to the product we make, where you're trying to authentically give something to players so they feel represented. And what better way to do that than to have someone on the team that personally has experience with this?
How scary is the interview process at Maxis? Is portfolio the key thing that you're reviewing, or it's a lot about hard skills, soft skills? Like, tell me more.
On the animation side, definitely the portfolio is a critical aspect of what we look for when we're bringing animators onto the team. It's the very first thing that we look at. So we're looking for a specific set of aesthetic skill that meets what we're trying to achieve potentially for the project that we're working on. And certainly there are certain specifications as far as keyframe animation that are very unique, semi-unique to The Sims. It's 99% keyframe animation. So we are looking for folks or animators who have both high aesthetics and high technical.
It's the same thing for the art side, where it's this really interesting blend where I care heavily about the aesthetics and seeing you can do something in a stylized manner. But then a lot of what we deal with on The Sims, because it's this life sim and you can interact with everything, is that technical side of how you build that into it. Even something as simple as a chair is actually really complex underneath the hood. And we expect artists to be able to think about that and figure it out and collaborate with all the other disciplines to work on that. You really see things all the way through from start to finish, where sometimes we have an artist even doing the concept phase of things all the way through to final implementing it into the engine, which is a lot and sort of scary sometimes, but that gives you so much ownership over what you're making that I think it's a really rewarding experience.
What do you feel like doesn't work in the portfolios when they're submitted for the Sims team and you're like, it's not going to fly?
The number one thing I see with portfolios is not ease of access to a portfolio. So I think, making it very easy for a hiring manager to access your portfolio, whether it's one button click on a blank website, otherwise, is exactly what we need. We're not looking to click 15, 20 different times in order to find nested content or individual pieces. Although we will if we need to explore and really find that content ourselves. But the easier you can make it for a hiring manager to see all your work in one place is I think the very first step.
And for me, speaking to the style of things, is if someone only has really hyper realistic, detailed, like image scan type pieces in their portfolio, I'm not going to reject it. Like, I'll look at what they have to offer, but I'm definitely skewed towards someone that shows the ability to look at the stylization of something. How do you take something realistic and then translate it into something that's more whimsical, more stylized, but still has the heart of that object to it?
My favorite question, generalist or like specialized artists? Like, who do you prefer to hire?
It's going to depend a lot on what we're looking for at the time. Like, there are certainly cases where we've got this really tough problem that's going to take a lot of time, and I need someone that's really the subject matter expert in doing that thing. Like, are you really, really good at making hair? Are you really good at making plants or something like that? But generally, when we think of all of the jobs I've hired for, it's skewing more towards generalist, in that we need someone that can handle, like I was saying, that seeing something from start to finish. And that's generally where you find that kind of skill set of maybe you do have to jump in and do some rigging, and you do have to do some concept, and you need to hit all of that. So you're not as specialized in one thing, but you know how to see it through.
We post our job descriptions. They will have in exactly what we're looking for. So for a certain project, it might be a generalist that we're looking for because of the size of the team, or they need to wear many hats. That will be the guide for really how to cater a portfolio or demo reel, well, both, to that specific job requirement. So I've worked on both, where you really need a generalist mindset and set of skills that go along with that, to more specific requirements like the Sims 4 animation team that's very specifically focused 100% on animation and the responsibilities that go along with that.